because it really allows LNG to play side lanes here. Since JDG is going to be playing straight up 5-on-5, they've got a Lulu comp, an Orianna comp. They have massive.
They can actually reliably lock down the Akali as long as Scout is a little bit further up the lane, doesn't get to jump back to his own turret.
Yeah, and the other experience in mid lane.
Yep, 4v4 potential here. Around this Rift Herald is already. Zika's diving in. There's the Hextech ultimatum. Q is going to connect as Kanavi taken down to half health. 369 in trouble. As the Camille is so low that his first blood going over to Knight to start this one up. Hung should be the next one on the menu, and there it is. But Ruler is down, missing. It's so incredibly low, and there's the perfect execution from Scout. He's trying to do what he can. He finds the backflip, but now he's the last man standing for LNG. Can he get Kanavi on the way out? And yes, he can. He's looking for even more, taking no. There it is. As finally Knight finishes.
He's able to accelerate the point of the game, although Gala might be in trouble here.
Yeah, Voltbreaker going to be charged up as Gala is in trouble, and he's just dead. Ruler is going to get his revenge.
So Tarzan feels very comfortable finishing it up and grabbing themselves number 2.
Also want to highlight the itemization choice here for Knight. Going for that crown, I think, is such...
Looking across the line, and you see Camille ultimate, Akali. Okay, we see bottom.
Across the line. Ruler is going to have the Sonic Wave soaked by his support. He's now ulted, trying to get himself out of here. Down to 200, and he's executed.
That one. They take him down.
Shockwave here towards the top side. Scout trying to stay in the shroud. Ults to try and get himself out of there, but there is the cease and desist. And Scout, oh, the clockwork wind up, not enough, but once again, it is going to be command attack coming in. Now it's Knight's turn to fall as Tarzan picks up the kill. Another Q going to connect.
That Rift Herald, it doesn't get any sort of charge off, and they push it right back. They're going to get the turret before.
Yeah, Extendo Beam going to come through there, and it's as if it was JDG that dropped the Herald because they got the lead here for JDG. So far, the early game going well for them, but this should even things out. Just one kept tech Drake is basically what LNG have bought. With the fact that they've collected the 2 early Drakes, they can afford to give these up. But now Hung in a little bit of trouble potentially. Kanavi can close the distance quite easily. Q not going to connect there from 369. The Alistair isn't out of the woods just yet. Kanavi going to get headbutted back, but Zika's not going to be able to protect the cow. Gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way, and now the Drake is going to be taken.
The one thing that JDG might run into trouble with, that we pointed out in draft as well, is against a 1-3-1 comp in particular. I think them have Camtech Soul and team fight for Elder.
Not gonna lie,
I'm not kidding.
I think that
I'm not kidding, Kobe.
LNG have now bought as to what's going on. Now they do. As the Sonic Wave does fly in, but Zika is on the flank angle, and these pincer movements can work out when you have a Camille on your team. The Orb is now trying to keep them in check, but Kanavi locks down the Baron. Now Tarzan dives in, he breaks his stopwatch, but Ruler has been kicked out immediately. He pops back over, and the team fight team is popping off. Ruler unchecked in the pit, and he's just going to grab as many kills as he would like.
Come out rolling at the very top here. Now it's just going to be straight on through, murder these towers.
And it's dominoes, isn't it? Basically, like after that team fight is won, now JDG, they have the Baron, they have that extra push power. There is no way that side lanes can be a win condition here, and it does put once again into perspective the danger of trying to play a composition like this for LNG. But JDG, they just picked their team fight comp. Now they are knocking on the door of LNG and looking to move up to 1-0 in this best of 3.
It's just the power. If you don't have engage, who cares? Force the enemy to go into you. Zika's trying to keep the wave away or trying to keep the pressure up, but his base is going to smithereens.
Yep, in a turret for Nexus may not be the trade they're looking for, but there's the cease and desist, and Tarzan will acquiesce that one. LNG now trying to defend, but without their jungler, and now 369 is unstoppable. The Hextech ultimatum is one that they don't care about at all. As 369, he's going down low. Scout's trying to get what he can. Voidseek is going to work out. There is still an inhibitor turret there in the mid lane, but it's not quite going to be enough. And now the Nexus is exposed. Gala is looking for Ruler. Ruler wants a rematch of the 1v1 from earlier, and Gala's making it work. Ruler goes golden and says, all right, Knight, you can take that one. And JDG will take down the Nexus here in game number 1.
It's a team game, Atlas. He's like, look at all these fun tools that I have. We've got Jack still available, Kazante still available. Like, this is last pick, and he can pick from anything he wants.
Well, can he
use green skins, you know, all of the like
blend in
the league partner skins, because I'm like, wow, maybe it'll help a little bit blending into the background there. Any sort of pay to win advantage that you can try and sneak out.
Is that why they all play?
helped?
Actually, I don't need any kills. Honestly, like if someone's Nexus is threatened and it's still 0-0,
you over, because obviously the JDG team comp later in the game is going to be really big. Right now, though, with that first action,
Scout has teleport, but he's up at the bottom turret right now. Oh, it's being used. Let's go.
Now let's see whether this is actually going to be that first blood. The Rift Herald is going to be secured, but now Kanavi's in trouble. He's charmed up. He's taken down first blood at 6.
So the thing is that in an LCK game, we would not been talking about the game for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'd probably be still on Shamrock Malphite at this point. Is missing, in a bit of trouble as well. Could be a second kill pretty quickly. Flag and Drag comes in. He avoids the knock-up, but not going to be able to avoid the takedown.
Comfortable as well.
I can imagine.
You know, dragging out that way.
So do not recommend?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. Oh!
Never actually done it myself, but now we've got Scout going golden. There is the Nature's Grasp. They're looking for the re-engage. Missing's right in the middle, but I don't know whether it's going to work. The Blade Caller is massive, and Tarzan going to lock down, missing some low health bars, but Scout is still going to be able to get rid of Knight. 369 is trying to do what he can, and they do manage to collect 2, but 369 is going to go down. Zigger is
the dragon.
And in a 3-for-2 trade, LNG going to be very happy. Pick up the objective, pick up the dragon, set themselves up for soul points, and making sure that JDG don't get that
Now this angle is looking fantastic, but Ruler, he can be there in an instant. He has that killer instinct available. JDG missing. Can he find the engage opportunity? Can Scout then find the answer, as Nature's Grasp going to be used on both sides? And it's no button and no button for both of the jungler and the mid laner here. To Drake down relatively low. Tarzan in the back of that pit. He's going to be kicked out, and that is going to be the soul denied. Blade Caller is good though, is missing, looking to be the first one to go down. And there is the kill for LNG. 369 on the bottom side of the fight is Scout. He flashes for it, and Ruler is going to answer. The health bars are so low as the Cataclysm comes in, and it's the Crocodile that reigns supreme. 369 going down incredibly low. Ruler close to full health, but there's a 3-man queue, and Tarzan fights the knock-up. LNG win the
fight. Incredible. Scout making sure, almost going down, baiting in Knight, but then staying alive. And big for me at the
it's an expensive denial.
No, it's already bad. It's almost up.
Now you need to just stay out of vision. Stay out of the way of
level
Scout.
16.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very difficult.
Now
he gets it anyway. So maybe not the best use of that money.
It looks cool.
As we got a bit of a battle towards the bottom side of the map. Zigger at 50% health up against 369. Taking a fair bit of damage back now, though, as JDG trying to deal with this siege. LNG just standing, protecting this siege minion, and there's a bunch of empowered minions heading towards this bottom side as well. So many leaks for JDG to patch up here on the sinking ship that is their base right now, as the channel is going to be used. The Hex Flash gets missing out of the way, but Kanavi's not going to be so lucky, as the Nature's Grasp is so dangerous from Scout and LNG. They'll break down the front door, and they're looking for even more here. Moving towards the Nexus turret. 369 has a decent angle, but he just doesn't seem to be able to find any way into a potentially good fight. Ruler trying to rain down his Q on the enemy team, but now it's 369 that's just going to get picked off, and JDG have not a lot of options left.
They've only got one Nexus turret left here. Ruler and Knight, they're going to have to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, they're diving forward. Tarzan just trying to get Knight, and he'll be able to pick that one up. Now there's no Nexus turrets left, and LNG just mop the floor with JDG here in Game 2. And as everyone predicted, we are going to a third. Whoever wins this next game...
They like Camille answers into Aatrox as a counter, but it looks like he's not going to go that angle. It would also give you options for trying to further pick people off and separate people since you're running the Vi Ahri, but stacked early.
That's really big. Denying LNG early dragon stacking is the way that we saw how well JDG was able to play around that in game. Herald went over to Kanavi.
Yeah. And not going to be able to get that last plate, but Scout has moved into position. There's the knock-up. They managed to get the cease and desist as well. Ruler's going to be taken out. First blood goes to Scout, and missing is now underneath his turret. Last shot not going to come through there, and that is the double kill for the LNG mid laner. Scout just going to hit the wall there from Hung. Sometimes these things happen, you know, as now Tarzan charging the Vault Breaker is going to find the flash onto Kanavi. They get into the backline. He can't do anything, but the Pop Blossom is absolutely huge in response. It's just not huge enough. as now Scout trying to get out of there. 369 gigantic as he gets over the wall. Hung just sees his death as he breaks his stopwatch on the ground. The Aatrox will pay for it as Zika's
LNG hoping for a strong soul to come through.
like a cloud. And that's
All in, try to really blow up our gold lead, already overloading the top half of the map, and JDG seems to be
now though.
teleport in from 369.
Yeah, they're looking for the opportunity.
Yes,
369 may have been a little bit early as the hook is fantastic. The chain CC comes in, but look at the charm. It's on to everyone. There's the follow-up. It's Kanavi. He's going to cut them down with the Cyclone. It's Ruler that grabs the first kill. Knight collects one as well. And JDG bought themselves all the space. They'll take the first hit. Really tired now, Kobe. Don't you worry about it.
Give me another turret shot.
Well, Zika is going to get some work done here towards the bottom side. Gets that outer turret for himself to move that goal.
As much as Scout has gotten some early kills and has started...
Oh, Kanavi.
Yeah, finds the angle. Scout is just flashing and trying to get away, but he's not going to be able to do so. The Foxfire comes out. Can you actually get out of this one? The answer's no. Kanavi presses at this part of the game. Knight not going to find the Pop Blossom there, so that's a cooldown they don't need to deal with, but this is one that they have to, as the quickness comes in and they are just torn apart. Goal is taken out. The turret was still up, but it doesn't matter because Ruler is there to take...
LNG will get a dragon, but that's not going to be... Nate, they might not even be able to.
Yeah, they're going to defend the dragon sneak attempt from LNG as well. 369 comes down.
Another
Everybody else, my Wukong still does plenty of damage.
Yeah, if you get 2 knockups and a massive AoE around your champion, you're feeling pretty good about it. And he thinks that that still existing is going to be the way to make it work. And now JDG with Baron are bearing down on the inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. Ruler just standing back. Remember, he can be there at a moment's notice with that Killer Instinct up and available. Also got both summoners. He's very, very frightening. 3 items already completed as Zika just looking for these opportunities as in goes Tarzan. Wants to be able to find this one. Kanavi's going to go golden. Keeps himself alive. Buys the time as Hung. He's going to be the target here from JDG. They managed to get the 1-for-1 trade, but it's a little bit better here, you should say, for LNG. Taking down the jungler, and now Scout looks for the opportunity. Another quickness is incredible as Ruler dives on top of Tarzan, but he doesn't exactly find the value he's looking for. The third Q does come in. They get rid of the Vi, but Ruler is also dead, and now Kola taken down. 369 is a monster, and he's gonna take the triple kill. And JDG, I think they've done it again.
Look at his player cam. He's not even impressed. This is just a normal day for this man.
He's rolling 999 this time around. Knight hits that double snare at the end. LNG are down. JDG are gonna move on through.
And I can feel the groan of all the LPL commentators like, not again, it always happens just this way. But JDG, the favorites for the tournament, will also be the first ones welcomed to the knockout stage of Worlds.
An LPL tournament favorite